Kita sekarang bakal start bersama Cormac in the grid. Kita bantuin Cormac karena dia panasan guys. Saya juga kepanasan. Siram juga. To your ass, straight to the ass guys. Kita bakal lihat stadion Moto3 sekarang juga. Let's go! I saw you looking stressed before. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I was all the race inside the points.
Yeah.
And then the lap that the red flag come out because I was 14th, which is 2 points. And then the lap of the red flag, I got put to 16th, which is 0 points.
Okay. Wow. Lego. Day 3, hari Sabtu, sprint race day. Kita sekarang bersama Full Sport. Kita bakal buat a day in the life bersama Cormac, pembalap Moto3. Kita bakal lihat kesehariannya gimana, dari makannya, dari makan siangnya, jam istirahatnya, revving ada track sebelum balapnya, semuanya. Sampai dia juga pipis kita rekam. Sekarang kita lagi di paddocknya Cormac dan mereka lagi mempelajari data-data yang terjadi di free practice sebelumnya. Dan ntar kita bakal lihat apa yang dilakukan sekarang guys. Soalnya aku ngeliat data ini juga, what the hell is that? And we're gonna ask them later on. Alright? So we're here with Cormac right now after the data debrief. Yeah. And I have asked for a debrief for you. Yeah. What was the data for? Because I've seen the data graph, and I'm guessing that's like the speed, acceleration, and when you brake, when you downshift, everything.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Basically, the best way to describe the telemetry data is every single little minute detail that you can have for information on the bike is on that screen. So we can see how hard I'm braking with the front brake or the rear brake, how much throttle I'm using in one moment, how much more corner speed I'm carrying from the front or the rear wheel. Also, we can see how much travel in the suspension.
Travel in the suspension.
Yeah, engine revs, literally anything.
So like basically everything on the bike is in the graph.
Yeah, you can see how much lean angle you're carrying and all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty much, and the best thing about it is that you can also compare the lap you're looking at to previous laps. Or to,
so it's like a full lap, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that's how we find those small tenths or milliseconds on how to improve.
Yeah.
Because what we do is we'll put, say, my best lap up against my teammate's best lap.
Yeah.
And maybe one corner I'll be quicker, but then another corner he'll be quicker. So it's like, right, he's doing this corner better than me. So now I know what I need to do, because it's quite funny, because sometimes the riding style will be completely different.
Yeah.
And it's good you can see those things so you understand, right, I need to try change this a little bit and stuff. So,
I've heard like your data manager, he was saying like first 1-1. What was that?
First 1-1.
I think I think it was like the gear or the throttle.
Basically,
I'm not sure.
the term 1-1. Since we work now with Pirelli tires.
Okay.
So the Pirelli tires, basically, we use them by numbers. So you have a 1 and you have a 2.
Okay.
So a 1 is a soft tire and a 2 is a medium tire.
Okay.
So basically, the way that will work is 1-1, first 1-1. So that will practically mean we're going to go soft for the first exit of the qualifying, and then say he says 2-1, we go medium soft. So basically, what he's saying is discussing a bit the plan for the qualifying and stuff like that. Because qualifying, it's not as simple as just putting on soft tires and going, because with every track it sort of changes and stuff like that. So you sort of have to figure out which tire compound works best for the track you're at.
There's a lot of crash since yesterday and today and yesterday again. Why is that happening? Is it because of the sun? Is it too hot? And is it because of the soft tire?
Well, yeah, I think here in Moto3, especially yesterday afternoon, it's the practice session, it's an important session. The top 14, you know, they go straight to the Q2. So everyone wants to do the best job possible. This track is one, it's super hot, like hotter than any race we have all the season.
I'm like darker right now.
Plus also you have the dirty track. This track, for some reason, there's always a lot of dust and stuff. You go millimeters offline and you crash.
Dust.
You know, that happened to me yesterday.
There's a lot of like, what is it called?
Tuck in the front. And
tuck in the front,
Yeah, especially in Moto3 where you got such small and skinny tires. The margin you have compared to MotoGP is a lot smaller. And especially when you're trying to push as hard as possible for a lap time, it can get a bit hairy sometimes, you know?
What's the most confident tire you used for the past 2 days for the pre-practice? And like this morning, is it the soft, the medium, or the hard slick tires?
At the moment, this morning morning we use the medium tires because they're practically what we're going to use for the race. So we use this morning as a sort of like a race simulation session. So we do almost like a practice race to get ready for tomorrow's race, you know? So I felt really good in that. I mean, from yesterday I improved 1 second and 1 second off the all-time lap record on the medium tires. The soft tires, usually they give you a bit more speed, a bit more grip and stuff. So I think we'll chuck a pair of soft tires in for the qualifying, and yeah, we can be a bit closer. So
like soft tire, medium. Does it do something from the sun?
Yeah,
the heat on the track?
The soft tires, I guess the best way you could say is they're really temperamental. So like, for example, in a cold race, the medium tires are always better because the medium tires, they don't need that much temperature to operate properly compared to the soft tires that need a lot of temperature to go fast. Because after you cannot generate that temperature, the grip doesn't work properly. You know, the tire will start to tear up and stuff. At this weekend, the soft tire works well, but then the problem is you've got a track that's really dirty and that also sort of, you know, destroys the tire a bit. So like, you go to a track like France where it's super cold, the soft tire will work better because it's, you know, faster tire.
But then it runs out faster, no?
Exactly. So that's the thing, it's sort of like, you got to balance that out. You know, do you want more speed or do you want a tire that's going to last you a lot longer? You know, so it's sort of, I'm quite good at managing the tire.
That's good.
It's a good trait to have, especially in Moto3. But yeah, it can almost, like, I guess, cost you your weekend or your race, you know? You go hard out at the beginning with the soft tire, you're going to regret it, you know, 4 or 5 laps later, you know? So, and that's why always in the qualifying, you see us make 2 laps, come in, and then go back out again because
we're changing tires.
We're pushing so hard that the soft tire just gets completely destroyed after just 2 laps, you know? So it's a proper balance on trying to figure everything out. But,
that's crazy. And Moto3 is not like MotoGP where there's distance on the bike, you know? Moto3, everyone is on one line.
That's the thing, Moto3, all the bikes are the same, so that's why it offers a lot closer racing. It also means that the gaps are really small.
And 1 second is...
exactly, 1 second.
A big thing.
Even a tenth is a big thing, you know? If I improved, I think, 2 tenths, I would be 7-8 places higher up in the order, you know? So it can make it good, but it can also make it really frustrating. But that's why the races are so much fun, you know, huge battles and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely enjoy the races a lot. So
how do you feel when like there's, okay, in the straight line there's 20 bikes in front of you? What's your like strategy to like, okay, I want to be first, I want to be in front?
I don't know, I feel like you just sort of try and figure out a way to get past them, you know?
So you gotta think like very quick.
You gotta be super, how I say, you gotta think about things super fast. You gotta be really intelligent, race intelligence, the word we use. But yeah, you also gotta be a bit, how do I say, a bit stupid sometimes, you know?
You gotta
can't think
take risks.
And really, realistically, if there's 12 guys battling for the win, it's the one that takes the most risk at the end of the race that's going to come out on top, you know? So
And you're going to the medical center right now? Where is it?
Just right here.
Alright.
So, Alright.
I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, thank you, mate.
Hope your hand feels better.
I think it should start to feel better.
Oh my god, guys, look at this. It's numb. It's swollen.
A bit bigger. Doesn't fit in the glove as well.
So that happens when you're like, what is it?
Basically, when I crashed, I whacked the hand down, and then it sort of bruised the bone, and then it gets a whole lot of blood and stuff inside of it. So then it starts to swell up, and then it's a bit painful on the bike.
Does that happen a lot when it crashes?
Ideally...
Are you used to it now?
Yeah, you get used to it. But you sort of have to crash to understand where the limits are and stuff, you know? Obviously you prefer to crash and not get injured, but it's the part of the game, isn't it? So,
Alright. Yeah, you gotta be strong, guys.
Exactly. Flexible, lots of stretching. So, that's what it is.
You can go inside, bro.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you, man.
I'll see you, mate. Cheers, guys. Good? All good, Asked a lot of questions. He was talking non-stop. Good.
You can talk.
He's a talker. I like it. Wow, what a pre-session warm-up guys. Jadi itu pre-session warm-up dari Conrad. Seperti kalian bisa lihat, dia pakai earpiece-nya, dia ngapalin track-nya, tutup mata, pokoknya increase everything. Dibantu juga pakai glove, walaupun tangan tadi masih swollen, kayaknya sudah meninggal, glove sudah bisa masuk. Dan sekarang dia untuk Q1 qualifying pertama, kita lihat gimana resultnya. Kita barusan lari ke grid-nya MotoGP dan kita sekarang bakal start bersama Cormac in the grid, and we're gonna see, kita bakal lihat gimana sih kesehariannya Cormac kalau starting grid. Sekarang dia di position belakang, cuman nggak apa-apa. Ya kita lihat lagi dibersihin juga windshield-nya. Oh my god, I'm out of breath. Motor juga lagi dipanasin. Semua di sini pakai kipas guys ya. Dan ini juga kalau bisa lihat ban yang tadi dipakai kondisinya seperti ini. Wow, ini panas sekali. Ini juga pakai Palaos Racing dengan ban Diablo Superbike yang udah sangat-sangat meleleh. Ini ban belakang kecil banget ya. Ukurannya 120 yang belakang guys. What the hell? 120 in the back. Ini rasanya kita di starting grid-nya Moto3. Yeah. No worries. I'll help you get colder. Kita bantuin Cormac karena dia panasan guys. Oh, dia kepanasan seperti saya juga kepanasan. Ini kipasnya tidak ada apa-apanya ini. Dia pakai wear pack, Oh, jadi dia kemana-mana juga bawa tas guys. Isi helmnya, isi air, isi kipas. Siram juga. To your ass, straight to the ass guys. Straight to the butthole. Kita bantuin pembalap rider Moto3 ini untuk biar tidak kepanasan. Karena cuaca di Mandalika ini sangat-sangat panas. Ini by the way Cormac, kenalin. Dia pembalap Moto3 dari Australia. Memakai sepatu dari Sport juga. Keren sekali. Saya bisa menjadi asistennya hari ini. Terima kasih Cormac. I hope you win the race today. Everything good? Time to enjoy the race, mate. Good luck. Kalian startnya Moto3 sekarang juga. Let's go! Robinson! Yes sir! Yes sir! Yes sir! Yes sir! Yes sir! Sekarang kita lagi di Severino, alias hospitality-nya untuk MotoGP riders. Kalau kalian bisa lihat di sini banyak sekali rider-rider MotoGP. Kita bakal tanya-tanya sedikit ke Cormac. Hey mate, how you doing?
Good mate.
Yeah, bro, how was the race? I saw you looking stressed before. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I was all the race inside the points.
Yeah.
And then the lap that the red flag come out, I got pushed back to the one position outside of the points.
Wait, so you got pushed back or forward?
Pushed back. Because I was 14th, which is 2 points the whole race. And then the lap of the red flag, I got put to 16th, which is 0 points.
Okay, wow. And you were 15, right?
Yeah, so I would have finished 14th. If
the red flag didn't happen.
Yeah.
So what happened before the red flag?
Basically, Munoz had a big crash.
Munoz, and it's from Fernandez's brother, right?
Yeah, Fernandez sort of pushed him and he crashed, and apparently he was quite badly injured. So they reflagged the race just in case another bike crashes while the rider's on the ground, you know. But yeah, frustrating because I was sort of waiting for the last lap to make the move for the 14th.
Very pusher.
Especially when yeah, the whole race 14th, and then the one lap that I wasn't 14th was the lap that I had to be 14th.
Oh my god, yeah.
And the thing is, it's hard when it's a red flag because you don't know there's going to be a red flag.
Yeah.
You know, and when it's 2 laps to go, they call the race. Yeah, disappointing for sure, but at least from where I started, 23rd, to be fighting for 14th, you know, it's nearly 10 places up from where I started, so that's definitely a big plus. You know?
That's all good. Yeah. So you're flying where after this?
So basically, I fly from here to Jakarta, Jakarta to Melbourne, Melbourne to Auckland, New Zealand, and then Auckland back to Christchurch, which is
your hometown.
Not quite. And then I have another 6.5-hour drive to my hometown.
Wow.
So I did the math with all the flight time, layovers, and the driving is going to be 28 hours of traveling.
20 hours.
Just to get home. And then I stay at home for about 5 or so days. And I fly to Melbourne again for the
And you gotta do a 6-hour drive again.
Yeah. So it's going to be lots of traveling, lots of air miles, but it's part of the life,
I mean, you gotta enjoy the ride.
Exactly.
Everything.
It's part of the sacrifices, the discipline. I think I spend more time in airports and on planes than I do actually riding my bike, you know?
Riding is only like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Exactly. But yeah, no, it's the way it is. No problem. It'll be worth it when I get to see my dog. It's been a long time since I've been home, so
you have a dog?
Forward to it. Yeah.
What's the type?
It's Spoodle.
Spoodle.
Right.
That's a cute one.
Yeah, he's very cute. He's very stupid and dumb. But it's like his personality, you know, so it makes him...
I love stupid dogs.
Wow,
they're so
best.
funny.
They're the best. They like to play a lot.
Yeah,
and,
they're very charming, eh?
Yeah, it's just, I think that's probably the thing I miss the most when I'm living in Spain. My dog. Definitely not, you know, my mom, my dad, my sister, you know, my dog. So, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. So, have you eaten?
No.
You're not planning to eat?
No, I don't know if I'm going to have lunch here because I don't know if the team pays for the hospitality on Sunday or not.
So you gotta pay if you want to eat here?
I think so, yes. I think so. And I think the team, they want to take lunch outside of the circuit somewhere, in like one restaurant or something. So I don't know if I'll have lunch at the airport or somewhere outside of the circuit or not. But yeah, that race was, I'm really hungry because that race was probably the hardest race in my life. Physically, that was, well, after it I was just drained, eh?
Bro, I also did some track days here for a couple of times. I can only do 3 laps, max.
Yeah.
Max.
And the thing is, it was like, when I started so far back, I had to be like this the whole race, trying to move forward, you know, overtaking and stuff. And it was just,
struggle,
Wow. I come in after the box and I felt like passing out, you know. I just wanted to put all of my water on.
I saw you. I saw you. And you had the towel, everything, just like wiping your face off, everything.
Yeah, that was, I feel like I lost like 10 kilos of body weight just from all the sweat and stuff, eh?
Yeah, I don't know how riders can like go fully tucked in.
Yeah.
Especially Moto3.
Yeah.
Because they're always tucked in, even on the corners, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're. How do you guys like stretches or like what?
We do a lot of stretching, a lot of mobility, also a lot of like core work. And try to, you know, practice that sort of movement. For me, the hardest part about Moto3 is that staying tucked in. You know, that's the part that you feel the most pride from. And also the problem is when you're tucked in, all of the engine heat comes up as well. It's like you're sitting on an oven, you know?
Yeah.
And when you're in a big group, all of the dirty air is also quite hot. It's actually better when you're riding alone because then you have no dirty air there, you know?
Cold air.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem is here, you put all the vents open in your helmet, but the thing is the air outside's not cold anyway. Yeah. So you're not actually getting any cold air. You're just getting you're just replacing the hot air with more hot air, you know? So, like on the grid, I had the ice vest and stuff, which, that was quite good. But
I was helping you with the fan though. Does that help?
Exactly, mate. If you didn't have the fan, I wouldn't have gone so far in the race, you know? That was the secret to my success today. Exactly. No, it was good. And again, it was like that cold air from the fan. It wasn't even cold air, it was just like warm air, you know? So it's not like I was trying to get the team to pour cold water down, fucking goes with my ass and stuff, you know? Yeah, but no, and the thing is that water stayed there and it just became hot after a couple of minutes, you know?
It became a mix of a pee and a water.
Yeah, exactly. Sweat, water, you know, it's all the recipe for tough racing. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, I thought Thailand was bad, but compared to this,
Lombok is, I think, is one of the hottest circuits.
Yeah.
I mean, Bali compared to Lombok is way hotter.
Yeah.
Because there's no like layers to it. It's straight.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's also like you're not getting any like shelter from, you know,
anything.
Yeah. It's all open. And I think as well, we had our race an hour later than we usually do, which just made it even more hotter, you know? So yeah, a hot day for sure. Hot day in the saddle, but that's the way it is.
All chill.
Yeah, man.
What have you been doing after the race before?
Well, after the race, obviously I go back to New Zealand now. We have a week.
I meant like after the race just now. What were you doing?
Oh no, after the race, just trying to get as cold as possible. Debrief a little bit how the race went and stuff.
And how was that? How was the debrief?
It was good. It was good. I mean, when you start 23rd to go up to, you know, at one point 14th, even 13th at one point, you know, that's always a good race.
Yeah,
you know,
you took over like 7.
Yeah, to recover a lot of places is always good. To be back fighting again is really good because these last races I've sort of been there, but I haven't been, you know, been able to overtake as well as I can be. Whereas today, you know, I was actually trying to fight to stay at the front of the group. So I'm really happy about that. Obviously, I had a plan for the last lap, which was just to attack, but obviously we didn't get to go to that last lap. So yeah, it's a shame that, but you know, apart from that, the race has been really good. From yesterday's quali to now, I'm really happy, you know. So,
that's good. That's good.
yeah, you know, going into not my home GP, because Australia, New Zealand, it's not quite the same, but let's say close to home GP next 2 weeks time in Aussie. Yeah, I think we can do another really big step there. So yeah, get back to fighting in the front. You know, the start of the season was really well. We were fighting for, you know, at some races podiums and stuff like that. So for me, these last 5 races in the season, well now 4, is just to sort of get back to that fighting in the front and stuff. And I think today we took a big chunk, a big step forward to that. So then Aussie will try to take another one, and then Malaysia after that another one, and so on. Yeah.
What's your secret to keep it like when you're staying in the back? What's your secret to keep in the front? What's your like secret to it? Or like your secret when you're not racing? What do you do to keep your mentality straight, to keep everything consistent? What do you do?
Basically, in the World Championship, really we only have 1 week in between each race. So as soon as I get back, it's about training. You know, a lot of running, a lot of cycling, gym and stuff like that. But the biggest part about staying like focused and having that mentality is the study. I find, yeah, it's from race to race. Like I've looked at hours upon hours of this racetrack because it's the first time I've come here, and now I'm going to look at hours upon hours of Phillip Island in Australia. You know, so it's like you go from runways, and once you finish that race, you got to completely disregard it and fully focused on the next one. You know, so like I mean, if I show you my phone,
do you watch YouTube or like?
Not YouTube, but like you see, I got all the sessions on my phone, stuff like that, all the onboard laps of the track, you know, and literally on all of the flights, you're literally just watching those videos. You know, you don't get to watch Netflix, you don't get to watch anything like that.
Trying to learn about a circuit.
Yeah. My key is try to do as many laps of the circuit before I've even done a physical lap, you know. And it's like you arrive to that first session so much more prepared because you've done those laps, you know. So
like I saw you doing the closing eyes and turning left,
visualizing the laps. Yeah, it's like if you, I don't know what the word is, if you manifest something enough, it's gonna come true, you know. I try to manifest myself winning the races. Sometimes it comes true, sometimes it doesn't, but you know.
What was the best race you had before?
Best race this season? My best result was 9th in Satchering, where I was only a second off the win. I was sitting 3rd for a bit in that race, and then I got bumped back a little bit in mid to the end of the race. That was a good one, but my favourite race probably was in Aragon, when I finished 10th. I was about 6 or so seconds from the leaders, and then the last laps I pushed super hard and finished only 1 second from the leaders. So that was a good race, but yeah, the races where I was there fighting for the win and the podium, those races were fun. Also the wet sessions, I like a lot the wet.
You like wet?
Yeah, I'm really fast in the wet. Like this year I've been P1 a couple of times and inside the top 3 a lot in the wet, you know. So when it's raining, I'm not. In New Zealand we say I'm not made of sugar because sugar dissolves in the rain.
True, yeah.
So
why do you like wet so much? Because a lot of riders they hate wet.
I don't know what it is. I think for me, I used to race speedway, which is kind of like flat track and dirt track, and I'm quite used to the bike sliding about and stuff like that. So when you get to the water, you don't have as much grip and you have to feel things a lot more. I sort of have a good feeling for that, you know. It hasn't always been like that. I used to hate the wet, but where I come from in New Zealand, we're at the very bottom, and it rains all the time there. So I'm quite used to really bad weather, you know. So yeah, when it rains, I'm not too scared.
Who's your inspiration?
My inspiration, to be honest, in racing, I don't really have one. In New Zealand, we have a lot of rugby teams. You know, rugby's our main sport. I'd say my inspiration's a rugby player, Dan Carter, probably one of the best rugby players of all time, and he was a person quite similar, I guess, to Mark Marquez, who went through some injuries and stuff and still came back on top to, you know, be a world champion, to be the best in the score. And for me, I think you can take a lot of inspiration from that. You know, I've had a couple injuries this year. You know, it hasn't been the most straightforward season so far, but it's more about how you bounce back from those injuries to come back and come back fighting strong.
Have you gotten a bad injuries before, or just like?
I've had a few. This season, probably I had my worst. I had to miss a race for that. I had a big crash when I was in 3rd in Brno. I put a hole in my knee, and you can see the bone. Yeah, I got a big scar there. So
we have the same one, I think, but mine was not a hole. Kind of similar.
Yeah. Basically, I high-sided and my knee banged into the ground.
And went through?
Yeah, went through the leather, through my skins, and you could see a hole about that big. You could see the bone.
Wait, it was like a bang or like a scratch?
The thing is, it looked like a bang, but I don't know if my foot got caught or something. It basically just pierced a hole through everything, and you could see the bone through it. And so the doctors said I had to miss a race for that because, you know, in case it gets infected and stuff. They had to stitch it closed and stuff, and that, to be honest, since then it's been really hard to kind of recover from that. You know, it took me pretty much all the summer break to recover from that injury, and then you miss that summer break of training, so you're sort of playing catch up a bit, and also you lose a bit of confidence when you have a big crash like that.
Is it like a trauma feeling to it?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, before I was, I guess, a bit reckless. I don't really care if I crash. You know, it's like I crash and I go straight back on the bike to go as fast as possible. You know, whereas that one, it was kind of like a reality check. You're sort of like, okay, maybe I do need to be a bit more cautious. And now I'm definitely a lot more cautious, you know, a bit more thinking about things a bit more.
You just gotta have to like balance it out.
Yeah,
exactly. Be cautious and be reckless at the same time.
Exactly. You know? And it's a shame because like that crash happened probably at the worst possible moment, you know, at a really good moment in the season for me.
Yeah.
You know, I just come off my best result. I was P3 the session before. You know, that session I was, I think, 16th and only did 1 lap, you know. Whoa. So imagine if I did more than 1 lap, you know. So it was kind of like, so yeah, you're sort of trying to chase back that feeling again.
I mean, it's still the same person.
Exactly.
It's still there.
Exactly. In the races, I'm trying to get back to that old feeling, that old, you know. And I think this weekend we're sort of getting back closer to it. You know, it's not all going to happen in one weekend. It's going to take time. But for me now, we've got 4 races to go for the season. It's sort of about, A, learning these new tracks for me, which are coming up, but also just about, you know, finding that feeling again and going into next season with good momentum and stuff like that. You know? Yeah, no, it'll be cool.
Sure. Thank you, mate.
No, it's a fun weekend. This track was super fun and super hot. It was the hardest race of my life, but yeah, come out at the end of it clean, and yeah, it was good. It's cool. No, thank you for your time, mate.
Thank you for your time as well.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you for being in my content, yeah?
No, mate, it was cool.
I'll send you the link when it's posted, everything.
Perfect.
Can we get one picture for the thumbnail?
For sure.
We just get it outside, or like
get outside.
Do you have to go somewhere?
Go take a photo outside.
So this is how they pack everything then?
Yeah, so pretty much they pack everything. And here's
box.
probably...
Does this go to the plane?
So this goes to the plane and we'll fly straight to Phillip Island in Australia. So
it's a custom plane, but yeah.
Yep. So I think that's the sponsor for us in MotoGP's DHL. They are the couriers, so they take all of this and they fly it to Phillip Island. And then from there it will go from Phillip Island to Malaysia to Portimao in Portugal. And the thing with the European races is we have our big trucks. And
you
so
just travel with trucks?
Yeah. But on these Asian races, obviously we can't take the trucks here, so we need to use the flight cases. So it means we don't have as much space, but it's good enough.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Thank you, mate. Thank you, bro.
Keep in touch. And
for sure
next season, or if you come to a different race.
Yeah, I will contact you. Maybe I'll come to Sepang.
Yep.
Yeah, at the end of the month.
If you come to Sepang, I'll definitely sit up your side.
For sure. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.
Just let me know if you come to Sepang and just listen me out, okay?
Okay, will do. Awesome.
Cheers.
Have a safe flight and have a safe trip, right?
Thank you, mate.
Enjoy.
Awesome. Okay. See you guys.
See you.